Okay, girls. So next we have Bosola and Antonio were conversing, if you remember. So next we have Bosola's comments on princes in general. He taunts Antonio that he was sort of the favorite man of the Duchess, and he was the sort of the right hand man of the Duchess, and so he tells Antonio that you are lord of the ascendant, chief man with the Duchess. A duke was your cousin German removed. Say, you are lineally descended from King Pippin. There's some fictitious king which he is referring to tauntingly. And or he himself, what of this? Search the heads of the greatest rivers in the world, you shall find them but bubbles of water. Some would think the souls of princes were brought forth by some more weighty cause than those of meaner persons. They are deceived, there is the same hand to them, the like passions sway them, the same reason that makes a vicar go to law for a tithe pig and undo his neighbors, make them spoil a whole province and batter down goodly cities with the cannon. Okay, so you see, Bosola is not a prince, okay, nor is Bosola highly stationed, and this is his complaint, and that is why he says that princes seem to be made of some heavier material, some better material than ordinary men, or at least they think they are, but they are influenced by the similar passions, all right, and the same reason why an ordinary person will go to law and try to break down his neighbor's house, for that same reason a prince will try to break down another city, all right. That is a difference. So this is how he comments on princes. This is the melancholy strain in Bosola, because he cannot be highly stationed. That is why he attacks, or he constantly pines on these differences between men, okay, especially the plight of men who are lowly born. All right. So next the Duchess and the old lady and the ladies enter, and the Duchess is quite in a good mood, because it is understandable that she is going to have a child, and she is in a playful mood with the other old ladies, and seeing her, Bosola says, good, her color rises. And Bosola somehow understands that something is the matter with the Duchess, and to test the Duchess, this is what he says, to make a pippin grow upon a crab, a damson on a black thorn. How greedily she eats them. She is eating those dainties, delicate fruits which are restoratives, okay. So she is eating them, and she's eating quite greedily. So he says that how greedily she eats them. A whirlwind strike off these bored farthingales. But for that and the loose-bodied gown, I should have discovered apparently the young springle cutting a caper in her belly, referring to the growing child in her belly. All right. First of all, here Bosola talks about dainties. Dainties means he talks about choice foods. Okay. Now, indirectly, he also refers to sexual delights, that the Duchess is having sexual pleasures. Okay. she is not only devouring on choice fruits, but she is also having these physical pleasures. Okay. Secondly, Bosola is talking about grafting. It is a pretty art, this grafting. Okay, grafting is actually a mixing of plants, but it also means sexual coupling. So the reference is to Montaigne again, who uses the phrase graft the forked tree. Alright, so here Bosola is commenting on the Duchess's physical pleasures that she is having, and the result of that, the conclusion of that is the or consequence of that is the springle cutting a caper in her belly. Alright, so I thank you. Then again, when he says board fordingales, he says this word, a whirlwind strike off these board farthingales, but for that and the loose-bodied gown I should have discovered apparently. Now, board farthingales are hooped petticoats. Board, it is called B-A-W-D, board, because they encourage sexual license by disguising its results. That is, by covering the body, these dresses give license to sexual pleasures or physical pleasures. So this is one thing that Bosola is constantly double entendering his speeches and referring to the Duchess's pleasures as well as to the Duchess's joy for going to have the baby. Alright, and then he says that to make a pippin grow upon a crab. So here Webster probably gives prominence to pippin to echo Pepin of Act 2, Scene 1. That is, he had referred to Antonio as the lineal descendant of King Pippin or Pippin. So he is possibly suspecting that could be Antonio, being the right-hand man, could have had some hand in this, but he still doesn't know. And then he decides to test the Duchess. Okay, and so to test the Duchess, he decides that he will give some apricots. Apricots, if she eats the apricots, it will prove that she is pregnant. Alright, so this is where ends Act 1, Scene 1, when Antonio and Delio are talking. Delio says, "Have you prepared those ladies to attend her and procure the politic safe conveyance for the midwife your Duchess plotted?" So there is going to be a delivery, a midwife is going to come. Antonio says, "I have." Delio says, "Make use then of this forced occasion, give out that Bosola hath poisoned her with these apricots." Okay, this whole thing, this whole thing of delivering the baby has to be covered up. So Delio says, "Give out that Bosola hath poisoned her with these apricots, that will give some color for her keeping close." Alright, so that means the rumor has to be given out that Bosola has tried to poison her with the apricot. That is why she is sick, and that is why she will be kept in the bed chamber, away, cut off from everybody, and in secrecy the delivery will be done. Okay, so here ends Act 1, Scene 1 of Act 2. Okay.